Thanks for helping me, LJ.
Sure.
So this assignment is kind of, it's a 3-part assignment, and you and I are going to be working on the first part of it. The first part of the assignment is for you and I to have a conversation around a staged kiss. But I kind of want to give you a little bit of background before we do the assignment. My job as an intimacy director is to meet with the director and find out specifics about what they want regarding a kiss on stage. First of all, is it necessary? And then if it is necessary, there's a lot of questions around it. Things like, what's the objective of the kiss? Why is this kiss happening? What feeling or emotion should be attached to the kiss? Who initiates the kiss? How long the kiss lasts? Who pulls away from the kiss first? So that's kind of my role as ID in the conversation with the director. As an ID, then I also talk with the actors and I communicate what the director wants to the actors. But I also facilitate an oral hygiene conversation before we move forward with the discussion, so that there's essentially a contract in place, a verbal contract in place between the two actors, that they will both agree to take care of their oral hygiene in a specific way before rehearsals and performances that include kissing. So this particular assignment kind of mixes those two together. So in this exercise, you and I are going to be actors who are going to have this conversation, and we're going to make up these decisions ourselves. But I want you to understand, and it's important to understand, that this would be actually a discussion facilitated by an ID. It wouldn't be a discussion two actors would have themselves. So LJ, we are going to have a kiss in this scene. That's what the director has instructed. Typically that would be, again, put together by an ID, but we're going to do it for the sake of this exercise ourselves. So the first thing I want to talk with you about is oral hygiene.
Sure.
What suggestions do you have for how both of us can prepare to kiss?
Do you want me to tell you what I'm going to do?
Sure.
Like before I go on stage?
Sure.
So that I don't have rotten breath?
Exactly. And it would be for rehearsals where we know that the kiss is going to take place, and performances.
Okay. So I do not want to have bad breath.
That would be great.
That's one of the first things. So I need to be able to mask it somehow with mints or gum or whatever's out there. I would be able to mask it ahead of time and make sure that the mints and the gum aren't in my mouth when I go on stage. I think rinsing your mouth, maybe with mouthwash if you got a place to do that, might help out. I wouldn't want to have food particles in my teeth, so I smile and there's a piece of spinach right here. So brushing may be an option. Well, it would be a definite option. So I think those things right there, just to take care of your breath and your teeth, make sure your mouth is clean and fresh.
So which of those are you committing to doing, or are you committing to doing all of them?
I would commit to doing all of them.
Okay.
I think that it's good to have more than just one tool in your toolbox.
Okay. So I will promise you that I'll brush my teeth. I'll probably floss them as well, just
Sure.
because I agree with the whole food particle thing. And then I will probably put gum in my mouth up until the time, like 15 minutes before places, just because that's also something that I would typically do anyway.
So this just occurred to me, and I would probably consider, and I know this is going to sound gross, is scraping my tongue. And they do make a tongue scraper.
I actually have one of those.
Yeah, to scrape the tongue
Okay.
to help get that off, because there's still microscopic bits of food and the bacteria is doing its thing there too. I think that's probably one of the first things I would do.
Okay.
Is to go with a tongue scraper and get that yuck off my tongue.
So we'll agree, we'll both brush our teeth and we'll both scrape our tongue, and then you might do something on top of that.
Yeah.
I'll at least probably do the gum thing.
Right.
And just a reminder, stage kisses are closed mouth kisses.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about that transfer, but it's still nice to have
True.
the
When
freshness.
when you're face to face, nose to nose, and you're talking.
Yeah. Is that a hint?
It's going to, no, it's not.
Okay, so that's our first part of our discussion. So then the second part of the discussion is specifically around what that kiss is going to look like. And so I'm going to just read to you the very short description, and then we'll decide the objective, who initiates, how long the kiss is, and who's going to pull away first. So your characters have been on a first date that has gone very well. Both characters are attracted to each other and are desiring to see if the spark is physical as well as emotional. Make sure to decide the objective, who initiates, how long the kiss is, who pulls away. And you know, it's funny, when I first read about this assignment, I was thinking about the first time we kissed in that restaurant.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that might be a helpful, just a helpful scenario to do, since we've kind of lived that and we can talk it through.
Right.
Would that work for you?
Okay.
Or do you have another suggestion what you
No,
might
that's
do?
fine. That's fine.
Okay. So in that case, who initiated the kiss?
I did.
Yes, you did. And what was the objective of the kiss? So if you were an outside person, what would the objective of the kiss have been?
It was an expression of my deep feelings for you.
Okay.
And I think that's one way to do that, other than just saying, I have deep feelings for you. There's going to be some sort of physics, there's going to be a manifestation of that emotion in some way, and that's the way I think it would happen.
So can you clarify, because deep emotions could also be hate. Could be...
Well, normally you wouldn't kiss in a hate situation.
Well.
It's like, I really hate you. The deep emotions of love and attraction, and I should say a mutual attraction.
So if it's a first date, generally, would you think there'd be love there? I know for us that was really the case.
I think that there's a spark.
So a spark?
Yeah, that starts the fire, definitely.
Okay. So the objective is to express an interest, a strong interest in a physical relationship. That kind of takes the emotion out of it, though.
Yeah, and that's not...
So if that's the objective, the kiss is to explore the spark, you can define what that kiss is supposed to feel like. Is it supposed to be passionate? Is it supposed to be romantic? Is it supposed to be spiteful? Is it supposed to be manipulative?
Yeah.
Okay, so the second part of the assignment is I'm going to read a short description of a scene, and then you and I are going to come up with the objective of the kiss, how the kiss is supposed to feel as the audience watches it, who initiates the kiss, how long the kiss lasts, and then who pulls away first.
Okay.
Any questions about that?
No.
Normally, this would be a facilitated discussion between two actors and an outside intimacy director, but for the sake of this assignment, we're going to do it together. So, your characters have been on a first date that has gone very well. Both characters are attracted to each other and are desiring to see if the spark is physical as well as emotional. So, the first thing, what do you think the objective of our kiss should be?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. I mean, it's actually kind of given there to see if the spark is physical.
Yeah.
And that is chemistry.
Chemistry.
Okay, so is there chemistry? Okay. And who do you think initiates the kiss first? And it could be one or both of us at the same time. It could be you, it could be me, or it could be both of us. Excuse me.
I think that it has to do with how it led up to going to that kiss. And sometimes, I mean, if maybe the woman is more flirtatious and wants to get a little closer and along the way, and then takes control of the situation essentially and decides to go and try to kiss. The same thing can happen on the man's side, or whomever the partner is, and that person can make the move. And if it's mutual, it's we just got off the roller coaster and we're feeling all giddy and everything, and we look at each other, and it's just one of those natural things. You just know that's going to be magnetic and it's going to happen. So it can be initiated by one or the other or both, depending.
So which one in this particular scene do you want to use? There's no right or wrong answers.
Well, I think in this one I would say let's have the woman initiate.
So that could look like the woman leaning in and tilting her head and closing her eyes, and that would be kind of her showing consent that she wants to kiss. Okay. And then in this scene, if we're exploring if there's a spark, the assumption would be then that you would do so as well. Okay.
I think there's a lot of silent signals that happen.
Yeah.
You don't have to verbalize it. You just look and you'll know that, oh, this is coming and somebody's going to go and it's okay. And yeah.
The whole consent thing beyond stage work, just consent generally has, I think, impacted that in a way.
Right.
So anyway, okay, so the woman will lean in, she'll tilt her head, close her eyes, and there's expectancy, and then you will lean in and you'll kiss. How long do you think that kiss should last?
Well, it could be a strong, passionate kiss, or it could be just a short, your lips come together and you feel the electricity and it's like, woo, and you'll pull apart.
Okay.
So it depends on what, like I said, it depends on the event.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, we get to decide that. That's kind of the cool thing.
Okay, what day and time?
Alexa, stop. So, do you want there to be chemistry in the scene, or do you want there not to be chemistry in the scene?
Well, there could be chemistry in the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the woman comes in, the man comes in, the kiss starts, could there be kind of an initial kiss and then kind of a physical whoa?
Well, there'd be initial kiss. There'd be a little separation. There'd be the looking in the eyes.
Okay.
And there'd be the feelings in your tummy and your heart going like this, and then you'll just go.
So it's like a double kiss.
South. Yeah.
Okay, so you want like a 1, 2, away, 2.
Yeah. So this is an intro kiss, and then pull away like wow,
Okay.
and then bam, and then you go in for it.
So could we do that as a count? Like, okay, so if this is the woman and this is the man, lean in, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, pull apart.
Right.
And all that, other than the very first part with the woman starting, it's all going to be mutual.
Yes.
Does that work for you?
Yes.
Okay, that works for me. All right, thanks for your help. I appreciate it.
That's it.
That's it.
We don't get to kiss.
Well, we can.
Great.
I consent.
Very good.
All right, thanks, sweetie.
Thank you.